Hi, I'm Tall Paul. Welcome to Ogre, Old Guys Outdoor Review. Today, we're going to be reviewing the Swagman roll by Helikon-Tex. Ladies, do you get cold in the woods? Well, maybe this is your answer. In the brown corner, weighing at 1.64 pounds, we have the Swagman roll. So printed on the front of the bag here are the care instructions. I love you. Oh, we're rolling? Okay, so we have a little triangle with an X here. That is do not bleach, so that means no anime. Oh, the different kind of bleach, sorry. Don't put bleach on it because, you know, you don't want to ruin your clothes or anything, and this will ruin. The circle with the X through it means do not dry clean. This one says it is not a billionaire philanthropist. No ironing. And this is don't wash over 30 degrees Celsius. What is Celsius? How bad do we have to be at the Brits to say, you know what, we're not even using your measurement of temperature. And we're gonna call a different game football. So that would be 65 degrees Fahrenheit, the real unit of temperature. Bing! So if we're talking poncho liners, we obviously have to talk about the Wooby. The good old trusted Wooby. Now, if you look at the size difference, the Wooby is about 19 by 17, 19 around, 17 long when it's packed up in this. The Swagman is about 23 by 12. So it all depends on how you want to pack it and how much pack space you want to use up. So with a traditional Wooby, if you want to tie into the poncho, you have to literally tie in with a poncho. And if you wanted to wear this draped over your shoulders, you'd have to cut a hole in the center to drape it over your shoulders. Or you could fling it around like Superman. So the Swagman already has a pre-cut hole for your head and a hood that cinches tight to help keep that water off of you. It also clips around the front to help keep water off the side and trap in that extra heat that you want to save. And there's also a toggle if you want to tie into that poncho that you have. So for those of you who are interested in if it fits with a backpack, I am currently wearing a backpack. And the nice thing about it is this clip here that keeps it shut, it adjusts and it's elastic. So I didn't even adjust it. I threw the backpack on, put the Swagman on, clipped it, and I'm good. So I'm 6'2" about, and this fits me very well. If you're curious about the length when worn, from the shoulder down in the front, it hangs 31 inches. From the shoulder down in the back, it hangs about 41 inches. So it's a little lower in the back than it is in the front. Sleeping bag, it's plenty tall enough for me to fit in at 6'2". It hangs 78 inches down. Unfortunately for my size, the 28.5-inch width doesn't quite fit my shoulders, but for somebody smaller, this would make a great light sleeping bag or a sleeping bag liner. For me, I have to use it as a blanket, and I have to say it is extremely warm as a blanket and extremely light. For those of you who are worried about camouflage, we offer a great variety of colors. You may be worried about the camouflage for the SHTF, if you know what I mean. Now, for the flat earthers around the globe, this does lie flat to fit with the curvature of the earth.
The following presentation is brought to you by Ogre, a proud maker of outdoor review videos.
Is tying your Wooby into your poncho like threading a needle? Do you always have trouble with those pesky knots? Well, you're just stupid. Not you, viewer, the idiot that just tied his hat to his poncho. With a Swagman roll, there's toggles that make it quick and easy, just like my ex. Next we want to talk about what goes into making the Swagman roll. The outer layer is made from a wind-pack nylon. Wind-pack nylon is an ultra-light, tight woven nylon with a DWR coating. DWR coating is a durable water repellent. It's a hydrophobic fluoropolymer designed to push water from the surface and to assist with shedding. Harsh chemicals and long exposure of water can cause the fluoropolymers to break down. Retreating will be necessary.
Run away! Run away!
Not that kind of retreating. Next is the insulated layer. Insulating layer is made from a Climashield Apex. We'd like to thank Christi for supplying us with this sample. Climashield Apex was developed from over 30 years of manufacturing experience. It's an innovative insulation, lightweight, thermally efficient, continuous filament insulation. It's great for gloves, outerwear, sleeping bags, footwear, tons of stuff. Customers include the U.S. military, Eddie Bauer, Helikon-Tex of course, and many more. And it's made in the USA. Climashield is the only major manufacturer of lightweight continuous filament in the world, and it's supplied the U.S. Armed Forces for more than 30 years. Now if you're snuggled up, keeping warm in this thing, which it does keep you nice and warm because of this stuff, next to a campfire, we all know what happens to nylon when a little spark gets on it. It melts and burns through. But what happens to this? Let's find out. I'm a little nervous. So it is flammable. It will melt. It's flammable, and hopefully it won't burn me. So don't stick next to a campfire for too long. Ow. That got me.
Water coming down on you?
Yep.
Do you want me to get like a close shot of the water coming on him?
Yeah, we should be filming.
I am.
Okay.
So as you can see, we finally got some rain, and the Swagman roll is keeping me nice and dry. It's been Okay, so it's not rain, but it is keeping me nice and dry. This is great. Let's see just how dry I am. In the pocket here, I have a deck of cards, which is mostly, okay, I don't know if it was, okay, we're going to have to not need a deck of cards. Actually, no, this is good, because it did soak through the pocket, so you don't want to keep stuff here, and when I did open it, it did wet the cards more, and I have a little puddle of water in here that I squeezed out, but I myself am dry. As much as I can be with horizontal rain. You can see my sleeves are a little bit wet because they were sticking out, but the rest of me looks is keeping me pretty dry. So this thing works great. Now, was it a good investment? What do I think about the Swagman roll? This was sitting in my wish list for a year, and I didn't want to get it because of the price tag. $170 is a lot of money. I had a road trip coming up, so I wanted to have it for the road trip, so I finally pulled the trigger and got the Swagman roll. I think this is really, really, really cool. Good investment for me. I'm not 100% sure on that because A, I am a nuclear generator. I have literally taken chocolate from this far away from my mouth. Before it got to my mouth, it was melted all over my hand, and it just came from the refrigerator. So I am a nuclear generator. I am constantly running hot, so I don't necessarily need more stuff to keep me warm. The other thing is I live in the desert. We don't get enough rain, hence the fake rain that we just did. So, was this a good investment for me? I don't know. Is it a cool investment? Very much so. My only drawbacks, again, are the sleeping bag is a little too low, too tight for my shoulders, so I'd be using it as a blanket more, and this kept me very warm as a blanket, and it's just cool. So I would use this, keep it in my car, or as a base camp piece, and just have my regular poncho for hiking and longer expeditions. But this definitely would come in handy if you're one of those people that's constantly cold, or you're smaller than I am. Then this could be an amazing investment. I'm going to give it, for me and my size, a 4 out of 5 stars. So I definitely recommend the Helikon Swagman roll. It is very cool, or warm, depending on your definition, and it is just a really neat piece of equipment to have.
Hey man, how the hell you doing?